Today's story is set in Bagshot Heath, Surrey, England. On the 15th of September 1985, David McMurray, who was a butcher, and his wife, Susan, were driving home. They see an amazing sight of a saucer-shaped object hovering over the road, about 50 or 60 yards from where they were positioned. The lights given off the object were so bright, David was forced to turn his eyes away. And he goes on to say, as we continued to approach it, a similar object appeared from behind the trees to our left. So now there's two UFOs, and travelled alongside our car. At this point, we noticed another car which had been behind us come to a stop and pull off the road. The first object then shot off skywards and disappeared. I stopped when I reached this point and got out. The UFO had also stopped and was visible above the tops of the trees across the other side of the road. I could see that it had a brilliant red light on one side and a green light on the other. Around the aircraft were a number of dazzling white lights, but no sign of any movement or rotation lights. I had an impression it was watching us. I heard a buzzing noise. About a minute and a half later, the object suddenly accelerated away. David then jumps back into his car, but the driver in the other car didn't stop to talk to him. The family then make their way to the nearest police station to report the incident. He telephoned West Drayton Air Traffic Centre and Heathrow Airport Control Tower. The next day, the whole family found themselves having overslept, not waking until 9:30. David went out to start his car, however, he found that the battery was flat. The following day, on the 16th of September 1985, David developed a severe headache. He was referred to a hospital where an ECG test and blood pressure check were carried out, but everything was normal, and Sue was also complaining of the same symptoms. David was finding himself experiencing disturbed sleep, flashbacks of the UFO incident, and memory lapses. He also noticed an outbreak of small red circles about 1¼ inches in diameter on his body. The first one appeared on the side of his neck and lasted for a few hours. As it faded away, another one appeared. I've seen these small marks on witnesses before who claimed they had close encounters. I've seen 3 dots in the shape of a triangle appear on people's skin on their stomach. I find these circles to be interesting because it indicates that there was some type of, perhaps an examination going on, maybe some type of x-ray. These red circles continued to appear for around 22 days after the incident. Mr. McMurray would find himself in his head explaining the function of various mechanical and electrical domestic appliances, explaining the mechanism of a car engine while he was out driving. Even stranger than that was a message running through his head almost continuously, and that message was Epsilon 44 Lima -47 Lima. He did go on to receive a hypnotism therapy. The reason I brought this one to you today, guys, was because there was also a Mr. and Mrs. Webb that also spotted something on the same evening. We also have a cutting from a newspaper. Newspaper goes on to say, a family had a bizarre close encounter on the day out with 2 UFOs. I was really frightened. It was as if it was watching me. Comment if you have anything interesting to add to this story. If you've seen anything like this, please do let me know. I'll be interested to hear your account, and subscribe for more.